Alright. This drama shit is getting annoying. I just want to make a few things clear here. We had, yes, tempers flared at Watkins Glen, and that's weird to say, because usually tempers flare at like the short tracks like Bristol, Dover, or we have it super speedways like Daytona or whatever, or Talladega. But a road course causes so much freaking drama this time around that it's just giving me a headache. Like almost a week later, and we're still harping on this whole Jimmie Johnson, Blaney thing, and the Blaney fans are fucking retarded. Honestly, I'm sorry, but you guys are all fucking retarded. I love Blaney to death. I fucking adore that kid. I freaking love Blaney. I'm a huge fan of Blaney. Don't get me wrong. I love Blaney. I love Jimmie. Both are in the right and the wrong here. But both are acting fucking childish. I'm sorry, but the fan base in general for Blaney are so freaking brainwashed and think their driver, like I've said before, like if this was the other way around and Blaney was turned and Blaney came up to Jimmie Johnson and got all in his face and did this thing, like what Jimmie did, y'all Blaney fans would hoot and holler saying, "Good, great job for standing up for yourself. You're standing up to a veteran like Jimmie and this and that." But because Jimmie got into his face because he was pissed, and rightfully so, y'all got up in Jimmie's Kool-Aid. Yes, I said Kool-Aid. And gave him shit for standing up for himself, for being passionate and whatnot about this sport. Like, you guys want, like, all this some raw emotion from drivers and this and that, but give them so much shit about it. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? Like, Jimmie said his piece. Like, there's two sides to every story, but we don't know the exact way this all played out. Like, because no one gets a clear, like, video or replay of what happened on the track. All I see was Blaney is right behind Jimmie, and Jimmie's spinning out. So clearly someone made contact with somebody else. And so I'm not saying Blaney's in the wrong or Jimmie's in the wrong or anyone's in the right here, because I'm not on anyone's side, but the fans of Blaney need to chill the fuck out. They need to stop. Get off. Like, they're claiming I get claimed to be like this bandwagon fan on fair weather and whatnot when I have, let's see, so much Blaney gear that it drives me nuts. Like, I met Blaney 3 times in one weekend last year. I bought a diecast. I bought multiple shirts. I have a sweatshirt. I have so many goddamn things of Blaney's that it's hard to keep track of. Probably not as much as Chase right now, but I have a lot of Blaney gear. I root for Blaney to do well. I give a shit about Blaney. But you don't have to be like this big diehard fan. Like, you don't have to agree with everything your driver says or does or whatever to be claimed as like this diehard fan. I don't agree with everything like Jimmie says or Blaney says or Chase says. I don't agree with a lot of things they say sometimes or what they do, but I still support them because they're my driver. I don't go after people because my driver was in some situation and I go after automatically after the other driver. Like, I look at this situation and be like, well, maybe it's our fault, maybe it's not, I don't know. I'm just don't want to look too into it, because most of the time when Chase is involved in a wreck, someone stupid does something to cause this wreck, and Chase just is in the wrong place at the wrong time and gets caught up in that person's shit show and whatnot, or whatever. So I don't point fingers or whatnot. I just say, this could probably happen. This person probably done it, but I'm not going to be like, oh, this guy for sure did it, and this and that. Like, but when it came to Jimmie and Blaney's situation, they're just over hyping and like over dramatizing this whole thing. Like, they're forcing it to be a bigger thing than it needs to be. Like, it's really not a big deal, but this is NASCAR and they like to over dramatize things lately. Like they did with like the whole Martinsville thing in 2017. But that was a little bit more dramatic because Hamlin wrecked out Chase on purpose. This was just a racing deal at Watkins Glen, where it's like one of the toughest road courses I think there is out there in the NASCAR Cup circuit. That's just me. But it's just going way too overboard. But one thing I don't agree with, like, that I find a little bit immature and childish, is Blaney going like, I don't need to apologize for anything. Like, you don't have to like admit that you're like right or wrong in the thing, but at least just say like, we can agree to disagree, and I apologize if it came off like the way it did. It's like, but we can agree to disagree on what happened on the track. That's all you need to do. All you need to say, Blaney. That's all you need to say. That's all I was saying to like on Twitter, and this one person is just like getting up in arms, always getting on my case when it comes to Blaney. Like, I get you're like a big diehard fan of Blaney. Like, I fucking love Blaney. I adore him. I like freaking adore this guy. Like, he's such a good driver, and this and that. He should have won several races this year. But come on. You don't need to defend him on every little goddamn thing to make it seem like you're the biggest fan of his. You're making his fan base look like a fucking joke. It's really, really sad. It's really sad. I don't want to be associated with the Blaney fans because I feel like most of them are just as obnoxious as like Bush fans and it's just so every fan base has their obnoxious group of people. I'm not saying all Blaney fans are obnoxious, but a vast majority of them who come after me are. So, I'm just saying, you don't have to agree with everything your driver says to be considered like this diehard fan or like whatever. You can call me a bandwagon fan. I don't give a shit. I've been called much worse. People act like I just only like Blaney because of like looks or this and that. Same thing with Chase. People think I'm a bandwagon fan just a fan because of his dad, or it's because of Jeff Gordon and this and that. I'm like, people, if you don't know me, don't judge me or don't assume shit. I've been a Chase fan for 5 freaking years, over 5 years now. It took me that long just to meet Chase out of Phoenix. I've been a fan of Blaney's for just as long. Jimmie Johnson, I've been a fan since he started in Cup. And people want to call me a bandwagon fan because of his 7 championships. I was around before he was even winning championships. Like, I was around when Jeff Gordon was the biggest deal in the Cup Series, along with Tony Stewart, Mark Martin. Those guys. Remember those people? I was around at that time. Jesus freaking Christ. It's like, people are acting like drivers don't have heated conversations and after races and this and that. But this has been happening since the dawn of time of racing. People get pissed at each other. They confront each other. They have discussions. It's not a big deal. But when Jimmie goes up to Blaney to have a heated discussion, it's all Blaney's fault. And it's like, not Blaney's fault. It's all Jimmie's fault because he stuck a finger in Blaney's face. Like, oh my God, he put a finger up it right here to make a fucking point. And it's like, why are we making a big deal about a heated discussion? Jimmie is not the one to be like super confrontational. or be a physical person when it comes to like getting angry or pissed or whatever about whatever happens on track. If it's like something another driver does or what he does, it's like they have a discussion about it usually, and they leave it at that. Nothing happens. No drama happens. They can agree to disagree and move on. Why can't we just do it here? And people act like Blaney deserves all the respect in the world. I'm like, he's 26 years old? 25, 26? Young drivers don't deserve respect. They need to earn it. Young drivers don't just come into the sports like, hey, respect me now. Like, and with Byron stood up for himself against Kyle fucking Busch. Even though his car got mashed up, he still stood up to Busch. So did Bubba. But everyone's like, Kyle Busch fans like, oh my God, he's getting beat around by young kids and he was in the right and blah, blah, blah. And like, the guy was punting all these young drivers all over the track just because he thinks he's king of the road and the only one on track. I get you have a fast car and you want to get to the front, but punting people is not the way to do it. And you knew that retaliation was going to come and bite you in the ass, like from Bubba and from Byron. But the first incident with Byron, it shouldn't even happen because Byron didn't even touch Busch. Like Busch went into turn one way too deep into that corner, went over the corner and lost control of his own fucking car. And Byron made zero contact with Busch's car. Zero. But he came back around that track and like shoved Byron into the fucking grass and ruined his day. Like, what gives you the freaking right to do that? That doesn't make any sense. And then with Bubba, Busch just drove through him too. And Bubba had enough of his shit too. Both of these drivers, I remind you, have driven for Kyle Busch in the truck series. But these young drivers are retaliating because they're sick of Busch's shit. This is so ridiculous. Like, so it gets me back to Blaney and these young drivers. They all, someone said, like, Blaney deserves some respects, not some old, like, veteran like Jimmie to wave his finger in his face. And I'm like, first off, that old veteran is a 7-time champion. Yes, he's in a slump, but it doesn't change the fact that he's a 7-time fucking champion. And has been around the sport a lot longer than these young drivers have. Just saying, he's been around this sport for nearly 2 decades? Some of these young drivers are just that old. Like 20 or 22, whatever. His teammates are all in their 20s, for the love of God. The youngest one is 21. Like, holy shit. But, not, like, all of Hendrick, like, young drivers, all are earning their respect on track. Chase has earned his respect on track because he actually finally stood up for himself after Martinsville and confronted Denny, but didn't do anything, like, aggressive or anything. He was just having a super heated conversation because he was fucking pissed, and rightfully so. He retaliated in his own way. You race me the way I race you. Like, you race me the way I race you. Like, it's... Like, no, it's I race you the way you race me. Sorry. My brain hurts today. So that's what Chase did. If Denny Hamlin wanted to be a jackass, he was going to fight right back. So Chase sent Hamlin a little message at Phoenix, and I was there to see it. Shoved him into the wall, just a little tad. Just enough to get, hey, like, I'm here. We're fighting for position, but you're in my way. And then several laps later, Denny Hamlin hit the wall with a tire issue. We didn't wreck him. He wrecked himself, but it was a message sent. Just saying. And even Chase admitted that if I wasn't going to make the Final Four, you weren't either. So, that was that. But the whole Blaney and Jimmie issue needs to be squashed. It's so fucking stupid. Over-dramatized. And young drivers need to earn their respect, not automatically just have it. All these veteran drivers have all earned respect at some point in their career from other drivers. I may not respect many drivers on that track, but they all have freaking amount of talent. They all are so freaking good. I'm not going to deny that. But some of them I just can't freaking stand and I won't respect ever. But young drivers now, like from Blaney to Chase to Byron to Bowman, Jones, and all these other young drivers need to earn their respect on track, not think they're going to have it handed to them. So, just again, in hindsight, Blaney fans, like the crazy, obnoxious ones, get off my ass. I'm a true Blaney fan, regardless of what you people think. And, like, I follow his career just as much as another Blaney fan. Is he my number one driver? No. But I do still follow and support him because I love the fucking shit out of him and support him so damn much. I want him to do well. I want him to race well. I want him to get a good finish. I want all my drivers to get a good finish. Chase is my number one driver, but I support the whole Hendrick group and Blaney, Austin Dillon, Ty Dillon, all these other drivers, and Kurt Busch, for the love of God. I freaking love Kurt Busch. Are all these drivers like my all-time favorites? No. But I follow them because, one, I'm a Chevy girl, mainly, first and foremost. But I do follow a Ford driver because regardless of what he drives, I'm a big fan of his. I've met him. He's a sweetheart. And being a diehard fan doesn't mean you have to stand up for him and fall over every word he says and agree with everything he says, because I don't agree with everything Chase says or Ryan says or whatever. And this in the whole situation, no one's in the right, no one's in the wrong. It was just a racing deal, and NASCAR's just causing way too much drama there needs to be in this case. So I've talked for too damn long because I'm just over irritated with the freaking fan base these days. So I gotta get home. I gotta finish cleaning and adulting a little bit. This is my only day off until Monday. Might just not seem like much, but I work a lot. I worked for 7 straight days and for about close to 80, a little over 80 hours this past week or two. And I'm exhausted. And I've had energy drinks and caffeine for the last 2 weeks, every single day. So today I'm just detoxing a little bit. I'm drinking a lot of water. Just did some cardio, watched qualifying. Those Fords are freaking fast. So Fords are swept the front row. Hendrick had some speed. Like 3 cars went to the top of the board, like one after the other. First it was like Bowman, then it was Chase, then it was Byron. Jimmie saw in the top 12. Chase got 6th. Bowman got top 5, like 4th, and Byron got 3rd. So all in the top 12, great speed. Like Chase unloaded not so well this morning. Like they said he was about 2nd off the pace, but they did something to that car and they found some speed in qualifying. We got a top 10 starting position. That's all that matters. And he's really good at Michigan, so hopefully have a better run this week at Michigan, because the last one didn't go so hot. But other than that, we got the trucks tomorrow. We got Xfinity tomorrow. We get to watch both before I go to work. I open on Sunday. Yes, I finally got some opening shifts. I get at least 2 throughout the week, like Sunday and Wednesday. Sunday and Wednesday I have opening shifts, and the week after that I have like a couple then. So out of the 5 shifts I have, 2 of them were opening, so that's a step in the right direction. My manager is finally listening to me. Someone's listening to me finally. It didn't take very long because my store manager didn't give a shit. So anyway, water on the bridge, I don't care. As long as I got opening shifts, I don't care. But I gotta go. I've been rambling on for like 20 minutes now, so Hope everyone has a great day, and hopefully we'll have an exciting weekend of racing, because we got Xfinity racing in Mid-Ohio, and Reagan Smith is driving the 8 car this weekend for Junior Motorsports. The team is back. And trucks again are running here in Michigan. I'm acting like I'm there, but they're in Michigan along with the truck series, Cup series. So should be fun weekend. So we'll see who wins this weekend. Who are your picks for each race? Comment below who would win the truck race, the Xfinity race, or the Cup race. So it's going to be a manufacturer battle this weekend, so we'll see how that goes.